So today's topic is chapter 3.8 Temperature Dependence of Resistivity NCERT 12th Standard Physics. So this topic is about temperature dependence of resistivity for conductors and insulators and semiconductors. So now we have the relation rho T. Rho T is nothing but the resistivity at a particular temperature, or we can call it as final temperature also. And rho naught, and this rho T is the resistivity at temperature T. And rho naught is the resistivity at the initial temperature T naught or reference temperature. Then we have alpha. Alpha is nothing but temperature coefficient of resistivity. The unit is temperature power minus 1 or degree Celsius power minus 1. Okay. So with this formula we can find out the resistivity at a particular temperature knowing these values. Resistivity at a temperature T naught and alpha and the final temperature. We will be doing one problem in the next video. Also we know that from the previous lectures this resistivity is inversely proportional to conductivity. And we have established in the previous lectures that resistivity is equal to m divided by n E square tau. We know that m is the mass of the electron, n is the number of electrons per unit volume, E is the charge of the electron, E squared, and tau. Tau is nothing but average time between collisions. That means we know the electrons will try to move in random and try to hit ions. So then it deflects with the same speed, and in between collisions we have to find out the time, and the average time between, suppose say it undergoes some 10 collision, means in between one first collision you measure the time, second collision you measure the time, likewise you measure all the 10 collisions and finally find the average. That is average time between collisions when the electron tries to move in random direction. So if you carefully watch this formula, the resistivity depends purely on tau, that is average time between collisions. Just because n is almost constant, the number of electrons per unit volume, mass and the charge of electron is also constant. But if you carefully see, this tau depends on temperature. That is the average time between collisions depends on temperature. So since this depends on temperature, the resistivity depends on temperature. Now we will see for copper what happens to the resistivity, for nickel, nichrome, manganese, constant 10, and then for semiconductors. First we will say copper. We know that copper is a very good conductor. So in the x-axis we have temperature in Kelvin, y-axis is resistivity. For conductor copper, 10 power minus 8 ohm meter. If you carefully see, this is 0, but slightly above 0 it starts. It's not linear, it is not a straight line. So suppose at this point it keeps on varying. With respect to temperature it is increasing, but it is not linear. So if you measure at this point, at this temperature, say roughly 120 Kelvin, the resistivity is 0.2 into 10 power minus 8 ohm meter. Similarly at 125 if you see, or this is 0.4, at 150 degree Kelvin, the resistivity of the copper is 0.4 into 10 power minus 8 ohm meter. Highly negligible, since it is 10 power minus 8, very negligible value. Resistance is very negligible, therefore conductivity is very high. Now coming to the case of nichrome. So this is almost same for manganese and constant. X-axis is temperature in Kelvin. Y-axis is micro ohm centimeter. So here if you see it is ohm meter, here it is micro ohm, 10 power minus 6 ohm, centimeter, 10 power minus 2 meter. So for 0 Kelvin, you can see that it is very close to 1.10. That is, resistivity is 1.10 micro ohm centimeter. But for nichrome or constant 10 or manganese, the graph goes linearly. There is no variation like this. So that's why this nichrome wire, constant 10 and manganese are used in wire bound resistors. Since the graph is linear and the resistance per unit length is greater than the conductors. Okay. Now coming to semiconductors. Semiconductor means carbon, silicon, germanium. If you see at 0, the resistivity is very high. But as temperature increases, the resistivity decreases. Resistivity decreases means conductivity increases. Okay? That means when temperature increases, conductivity also increases. Therefore, electronic parts which is made up of silicon or germanium very soon it gets heated up and it will spoil the devices, electronic devices. Therefore, you have to make sure that the devices does not cross the particular safe limit. That's why these computers, ICs and all, it's cooled with air cooled, or the entire electronic setup is in an AC room, air conditioned room. Just because the temperature increases, resistivity decreases exponentially. Resistivity decreases means conductivity is increasing. So it will damage the circuit when it crosses a particular limit. So these are the important points you have to remember. That means a particular conductor, insulator, or forget about insulator, its resistance is very high, or semiconductor or some other material like nichrome, constant manganese. There is some relation between resistivity and the temperature. So we have seen 3 cases. For copper it is not linear, whereas for nichrome it is linear, and for semiconductor it is exponentially decaying. That is, at 0 it is maximum, whereas when the temperature increases it exponentially decays. That's all about temperature dependence of resistivity. Questions may asked by with reference to this formula. They will ask some all other parameters will be given. They will be asking for the unknown parameter. Hope you have understood the topic. Thanks for watching. Nandri.